Hello guys, you guys are welcome back to my channel, and it's a baby girl Tunsi Wills. You guys are welcome back to another episode of my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to be here again. For my returning subscribers, I really want to say thank you very much for looking back on my channel. Thank you for coming back to watch my video again. For my new subscribers, in case this is your first time of coming to this channel, my name is Tunsi Wills. You can call me Bola, you can call me Tunsi Wills, anyone you feel like calling me. But you're welcome back to my channel, and please, before you leave this channel, kindly click on the notification bell, click on the subscribe button. Also, get to share to your friends and families. I'll be glad if you can do this so that you can get to receive more notifications anytime I drop a new video on this channel. So today we are going to be discussing about something very important, something I feel like people do not really like talking about, or people don't really talk about often. Yes, we have seen videos or content of people saying how to relocate to UK, how to relocate to Canada, how to relocate to US, or different parts of the world. But currently now I'm staying in Lagos, and I want to discuss about Lagos edition in particular, like things to look out for, when you want to move into an apartment in Lagos. So this video is actually for people that want to move into Lagos, or people that want to relocate into Lagos, or you are currently in Lagos and you want to change apartment. So I'll be discussing some few things to look out for before moving into an apartment in Lagos. So please, before we move on to this video, please kindly share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you get to receive notifications on my YouTube channel. Number one thing I'll be discussing in this video, I actually stated them down, like I wrote it on the book. So in case I'm looking down, please just have to bear with me because I have to list out all the things I noted on my book. So number one thing I'll be discussing in this video is, do not get an uncompleted building. Yes, if you want to get an apartment in Lagos, do not get an uncompleted building for your sanity, because your sanity will be dealt with. Like, you will really question yourself, why did I take this apartment? Why did I move into this apartment? Yes, this is based on people that I know around me, based on experience, based on stories I've heard from people that have moved into uncompleted building. What I mean by uncompleted building, I mean by probably an house that is yet to be completed. Probably it's a story building and the down is being completed and it's really the upper part, like they're still working on it. So if you think like probably because of you're anxious, you need to change the apartment, you need to leave where you're currently living or where you're currently staying, and you want to quickly move out, I feel like the best option is for you to move into an uncompleted building. Please do not try it. Do not even try it, because a lot of things are going to happen before they finish that house. They will finish that house on top of your head. They will finish that house on top of it. So don't even try it, please. I'm advising you based on what I know, based on what I've heard. This thing has consequences, so please. That's number one. Number two, do not get a house beside a church, mosque, or a school. Yes, this is very advisable. Yes, all my life, or throughout the times I've stayed alone, I've always stayed in houses that are close to a school, or either a mosque or a church. The church is even the worst part because they get to do vigil every time. The most probably that one is on Friday. School too, maybe when they're on session, like in the morning when they're having assemblies, they get to, like, you know, like, it's just, everything is just based on noise pollution. If you're somebody that doesn't like noise, like you just want to be in a very quiet place, or you're somebody that works from home and you need a very quiet place, I want to advise you to take a house in places close to these places, because they are going to be disturbing you. That one is just a normal thing. They will definitely disturb you. Imagine you having a meeting at home and there's a church beside your house, they are having a vigil, or they're having like afternoon prayer session, maybe on Tuesday or on Thursday, and you're currently at home, maybe you have an interview to do at home. Definitely the noise is going to distract you. Like, a lot of things are going to distract you, and you might not even be happy with it. Or you're somebody that loves sleeping, or you just like having like relaxation by sleeping, and maybe when you're sleeping, that is when the church decided to carry their microphone to your head. Do you understand? That's when the church decided to carry their microphone. They will not be making noise. Jesus Christ, you're not going to like this. So please look out for all these things. In Lagos, Nigeria, we have many churches, we have many mosques, we have many schools. So please, for your sanity, this is just for your sanity. If you know you can cope with it, fine, you can go ahead, fine, no problem. But if you know you want to have your sanity and you don't want to be angry, you don't want to be vexing, because when you're in Lagos already, you're already an angry person. Like, Lagos can frustrate you, to be very honest. So if you know you want your sanity to be safe and you want to be in your comfort zone and you still want to have your sanity in place, please do not take a house close to a church, a mosque, or a school. So that is another point I'm going to be discussing. That's another point you need to look out for when you want to get an apartment in Lagos. Then number three is look for an apartment that is close to a market. Yes, this is very important. When you want to get an apartment in Lagos, always make sure it's an apartment that is close to your market, so that even if you want to get something, you don't have to like go far. You don't have to like take probably 3 buses or multiple transportations to get to the market. You can just probably walk by or stroll by to the market, and before you know, you've gotten what you want. Or maybe when there's lockdown or a shutdown in a particular area, and you're already looking at this, oh God, how will I survive? How am I going to get to the market? I need to go to the supermarket. I need to do this. I need to do that. Please, when your house is close to a market, when I mean market, not like next compound, like at least can walk like a few miles to get to market, like not even far, something that you can just throw and enter the market. That one is a very good thing, because you can easily access things, you can easily get things when you need them at the right time. So it's very easy, it's very advisable to get a house that is close to a market, not like very close, but at least a distance away from your house. Another point on things to look out for before moving to an apartment in Lagos is get an apartment that does not have a landlady or a landlord living in the same place with you. Like most people, I have friends that have said they don't like staying in an apartment where they have their landlady living with them, or where they have their landlord living with them, because they have their reasons. Because I've seen houses or an apartment or places where their landlord will tell them, no, you don't have the right to bring a visitor into this compound, or your visitor cannot stay a night, your visitor can just come and not sleep over, like different things. And I'm like, seriously, why would you even say that? Like, I have friends, my friends can come over, my family can come over. Like, you don't expect me to stay alone forever, for crying out loud. Sure, you grab like the landlady. So people be like, well, I can't get an apartment, my landlady must not be staying in the same apartment with me, my landlord must not be staying in the same apartment with me, so I'll rather stay in a house that does not have those people living with me. So everybody have their reasons for saying such, sure you understand. So I would just advise you, just for you to just have your security in your own house that you paid for, so that you have your own privacy, you have the freedom in the same compound, not like you are going to spoil the house or whatever thing, but at least so that you just have your freedom to just move in and move out, come in whenever you like, after that you have security keys. I would advise you, do not get an apartment that has your landlord living with you. That's another point. So another point I'll be discussing again on things to look out for before getting an apartment in Lagos is get an apartment that has proximity to bus stops and garage. Wow, this is very, very important. Very, very important. When you want to get an apartment, I would advise you to get an apartment that is like probably in a central place. Central place in the sense that let's say you want to go out, you can easily get to the bus stop and get a bus. You don't have to like take two transportations or 2 things before you can get to where you're going to. Stay in a place that has proximity to bus stops, garage, like you can easily access where you're going to. Not like you first be asking, please, how can I locate Ikeja? How can I locate Marina? How can I locate Korodu? Like places, just when you're in Lagos, you need to be very strategic. You need to stay in a place that when you come outside from your street like this, you easily get a bus, a bike, a keke, or whatsoever thing you need to get. Not like you have to start going like entry 3 buses, entry 3 bikes, like, you know. I will advise you, yes, definitely we have people that stays in such area, but this is my advice from me to you. Just try to get an apartment that has proximity to bus stops or a garage. That is another point on things to look out for when you want to get an apartment in Lagos. Another one is get an apartment that has elite people living in your neighborhood. In case of light issues, it will easily resolve. Yes, I wrote this down because I noticed sometimes that when you stay in an apartment or when you stay in an area that people, they are illiterate. When I mean illiterate, like they don't even care, like they don't care, you have problems when there is light issues, because before the light will be resolved in this level, before they resolve the light, oh God, you people will do like this. So if you want to get an apartment, say an apartment that has elite people that are working class people that know that okay, they need light to do things, that they know that light is an essential thing or an essential commodity or whatever you want to call it. Stay in a neighborhood like that, so that even when there's light issue, before you know, everybody has gathered up, they've paid money, or they've gone to NEPA or wherever they want to resolve the issue, and before you know, you already have lights. And when there's an issue also, there is security, people already have meetings, and before you know, the security issue is being resolved. So stay in an apartment that has at least people, not a place that has agboro or mota or electric food that they don't even know they are A from B or they are left from right. So please, these are the things you should actually look out for when you want to get an apartment. So another point is, this one is very, very important. Like this one is like part of the first stage of things to look out for before you even get the apartment at all. Like when you're already looking for an, or maybe when you're working with an agent in Lagos and an agent is showing in an apartment or in a street, stuff like that. So when the agent takes you to a street in Lagos and the agent already shows you, okay, this is the house, can you just come and check or inspect, and you enter to the street, the first thing you need to look out for is if that street has lights. And for you to know that if the street have a light or if the street has lights is by going to a shop, like any nearest shop close to the house. Tell them you want to buy pure water. Just tell them you want to buy pure water. So when you get the pure water and the pure water is hot or the pure water is not cold, just know it's a no. When you hear no, like NO in capital, it means do not even bother to buy it. When they tell you, we used to have light, don't worry, just for this, don't argue with them. Just don't bother to get the house, because definitely those people, they don't have lights. They do not have light. But if the water is cold, chilled, like water is cold and you just know that this is correct, these people definitely have light. And I think one thing I noticed about Lagos electricity is I think they said they have band. There's band A, band B, band C. I think band A is people that like have the more lights. And these things, they rotate it every year. People that are in band A in this year might not be in band A next year. They might be in band B the following year. So I think there's a way they do this. I don't really have more knowledge of it, but it's what I have heard, like little information I have, that there is band A, band B, band C. Band A is like people that have like always their light is regular. Band B is people like they're just in between, like they have lights. Sometimes they do is have like band C, like people that maybe in a week it's just 3 times they will bring lights, or if they bring their light, maybe it's just 2 hours light till the next day. So those ones, their electricity supply is very, very low, and it's not advisable to stay in such area. So you need to know the band where your house is. By the time you're getting the apartment, you need to know the band. Just ask them, how often do people have light, how regular do people have light, how often do they bring the light, and stuff like that. So these are the things you need to look out for before getting or moving to an apartment in Lagos. Another one which I'll be discussing again is get an apartment that has people staying in it already, not an empty apartment, so you would get a ghosted house that has history. Yes, this was like a personal experience for me. I remember the time when we gave an apartment, and by the time we got to the apartment, we realized that like a four bedroom, sorry, how would I call it, like 4 flats, 3 bedroom apartment, 4 flats in the compound. It's not even 4 flats, it's even more than that. What am I even saying? And we realized that nobody was staying in the compound. With that amount, like the price was even ridiculous. Like not like the price wasn't ridiculous. Like the price wasn't compared to what the house is. Do you understand? Like we got there and people were like, this house like has been long, they've stayed there, or people have just been coming and been going, and nobody has been getting the apartment. I don't know the reason why. Probably there's something bad has happened to the house. I don't even have idea, but it's just like a regular thing that people have been coming to check this house and nobody has been collecting it. We don't know the reason why. But when we went to this apartment, we saw like one old woman and some other person selling in front of the house, and they kept telling the agent that please help us look for somebody to sell. Like the house is a very beautiful house, very like it looks very convenient, like a very accommodating house, but I don't know why people are not getting the house. I feel like there's something ridiculous about the house, or the house has an history, or the way I'm saying, I think the house definitely has an history, which I will not really want to discuss further in this video. But please, before you get an apartment, make sure the apartment you're staying or the apartment you want to get already have people living in it, not like an empty apartment where you don't even have neighbors at all. Don't be the first person to get the apartment. Please make sure people are already staying in the compound. You have flatmates, you have compound mates, you have neighbors before getting the apartment. Also, that's another thing you should also look out for before moving to an apartment in Lagos. Another thing you should be looking out for when you want to get an apartment in Lagos is make sure the house have water. Yes, I've mentioned electricity, I've mentioned some various options and various things to look out for, but water is also an essential commodity. It's something we need. It's something that we use every day in our life. So I would advise you that when you want to get an apartment, make sure they have water. Like when I mean water, like probably they have a bowl in the compound, not like they tell you we have a well or we do pump water. Like the major challenge there, what I mean by water, is probably maybe during dry season or when there is no lights. Do they really have water? Hope it's not the one to go outside to go and buy water, because that thing is a very common thing in Lagos, whereby if there's no light for probably for a week or for a period of time, you see people going outside to call a bucket to come and get them probably a drum of water or some few kegs of water, and that is not really nice at all. Like, it's not so nice. And in some areas during dry season, they don't even have water at all. Like, it's not like they don't have the borehole in the compound. They have the borehole, but even if they try to pump, water doesn't come out. Like, there's no water at all. They just have to like keep calling Aboki to come and help them to fetch water, or they go outside to in search of water. Like, it's just not so nice. So please, when you want to get an apartment in Lagos, those are the things you should also look out for. Try and confirm this compound, do they really have water? Do they pump water? Is there water? Do they have sufficient water for the whole compound? No matter people staying in the compound, make sure they have water both in rainy season and in dry season. Try to find out these things. There's a way you can find out all these things without making it so very obvious to the agent that is helping you to look for the house. Or you can even ask the agent. Sometimes it doesn't matter. It depends on how close you have to the agent, or it depends on the conversation you already have with the agent. So all these things are things that matter a lot. Like, we have a lot of them on the list, but those are just part of the few things I could remember and to discuss in this video. So in case you still have more options, you can put it down in the comment section below. But the last which I have, which I wrote down in my book, is get an apartment that the street has a drainage system, so you don't get to swim during rainy season. Yes, this is very, very funny, and not funny, to be very honest. Like, imagine you get an apartment that when it's raining, you get to swim inside water before moving out of the house, or you get to like put your leg inside the flood before getting to where you're going to. This is not actually nice. Imagine you waking up in the morning, dressing nice, or you have a dinner date, or you have somewhere very important to go to, and it's rained. Fine, yes, it's normal to rain, and when you want to move out of your house or the street, you see that there's water everywhere. Everywhere is flooded. Like, you have to just remove your boots, or you have to remove your shoe, or you have to pull up your trousers before you can walk by. And at that particular moment, you won't even see any public transport to carry you. There won't be bike, there won't be keke, there won't be bus. Even Ubers will come around to carry you because of the flood. Nobody wants their keke to get spoiled, right? Nobody wants their car to get spoiled. Nobody wants their buses or whatever thing they're carrying to get spoiled. So nobody will want to carry you. So you just have to like walk past through the water before you can see somebody that will carry you. So you see, this doesn't even make sense at all. Yes, we have places like that in Lagos, and these are the things I experience when it's rainy season. So if you know you want to move into an apartment in Lagos, please and please make sure your street has a drainage system, that whenever it's raining, at least there is a gutter that the water passes through, or there's a place that the water passes through. And that, so they said that even some places that when it's raining like this, if it's a duplex, the water covers up the down parts, and it's only people at the top that have the privilege to just stay indoors, and they can't even go out, because how do you want to come downstairs? Because as they're coming down, there's water. So please, if your house is a duplex, try and stay upstairs so that you don't get to experience things like this, that you'll be safe. Not as you go back from work and your documents are already spoiled with water, or water has entered your house, or you now become homeless. Please and please, if you are staying in Lagos, I have the money and you can afford a very good place, please stay in a place that has a very stay. Stay in a place that there is at least people in your neighborhood. Stay in a place that has proximity to market. Stay in a place that they have light. Light is very, very important. So please, if you are considering moving into Lagos, or you are currently in Lagos and you want to change apartment, or you want to leave your parents' house, or you want to leave your friend's house, or you want to have your own personal house, please try and consider these things I've listed in this video. Try and also share to your friends and family. Let them know these are the things they need to know before moving to an apartment in Lagos. Try and get a house that has proximity to markets, to bus stops, to garage, and get a house that has good roads, good electricity supply. Get a house that is not uncompleted. Get a house that you already have neighbors living in it. Get a house that have at least people in your area. So most of these things matters a lot. You might actually feel like it's not necessary. I beg. Please, these are the things, little things you need to look out for when you want to get an apartment in Lagos. So please, if you have friends and family that are considering moving to Lagos, or you have people that live an apartment in Lagos, please try and share them this video. Share this video with them. Also subscribe to my channel. I promise to give you guys more content about Lagos, because I'm currently in Lagos and I have few experiences. So guys, kindly subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell, click on the subscribe button as well, so that you get to receive more notifications anytime I drop content on my YouTube channel. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.